My name is Robert Children.
I've always been a bit suspicious of people, I must admit. I don't really know why in the long run, but you know, I find that I like to rely upon my imagination somewhat. I have a very highfalutin imagination at times. It quite scares me. Some of my creations are very, very frightening. Probably not to yourselves, but
I like coming out for the odd drink now and then. Mind you, I wish Peter was here. He'd like this, would Peter? He's that sort of lad. No, I like the country. I always have done. I've always been on walks and things, you know, rambles. I like animals too, better than people sometimes. But you know, it's nice drink. It's only shandy, but I can't take better. It doesn't work for me somehow. I remember last time I was out here, it was raining and there was nothing happening really. There was nobody around. As soon as a bit of sun comes out, I always say that there's some people, it drags them all out. It does. It's a nice place though, it really is. Glad I came. Aye, it's lovely, lovely. That's quite nice, that, I like that.
I'm living in a bedsit at the moment. There are 5 people in the house with me, 4 of which I don't know, which is... Well, I don't know anybody in the house, that's to be blunt with you. In fact, I don't seem to know anybody in any house anywhere, really, but Peter is a very good friend of mine. He lives in a lorry, by the way. He's a long-distance lorry driver, Peter. And you'll probably like to meet him. He knows a lot more about lorries than I do. And he's called Peter. Come on, Peter, tell him, Peter.
Well, this one is a Volvo F10 intercooler.
Yes, go on, Peter.
And also, when he's got the trailer on, it holds a maximum of 24 tonnes.
24 tonnes? Lummy neck.
Once, when my dad went with him, he
Yes.
had 20 tonne on. He went all the way up to Ayr in Scotland, come back, and with 2 hours of him coming back, he had to go back up there with another 20 tonnes.
How long did that take him, Peter?
2 days.
2 days in a lorry.
Mm.
That was a bit cramped. Tell me about... I mean, Volvo don't just make lorries. I mean, who else makes lorries, Peter?
Well, DAF,
Gaff, yes, I've heard of them.
Bedford,
Bedford, yes.
Ford,
as well, yes, I've heard of them.
Scanias.
Scanias, yes. I thought you had them with ships, Peter. I'm kidding, though. No, Peter. How fast does this one go? Proper, you know.
Depends. When we went down to Nottingham in it,
Yes.
we had it up to 60 on the motorway, but the driver wouldn't go any faster, Dave.
Why is that? What's that for?
Speeding.
Oh, he would he? Yeah. You've got to... Yes, you've got to be careful, haven't you? You know, it's been a tough year for me, this. What with my mother dying and having to find a place of my own and things like that. But I find time to hitch here and there, and but it doesn't seem quite the same without mother somehow. She was such a lovely woman, she was. Still. I have no political views. I am not a political animal, as they say. Women tend to, they never seem to come within my grasp, somehow. I walk the footpath of conformity where women are concerned. I've always been interested in religion. Ever since I was a little nipper. My mother would always take me to church with her, sit me on her lap, and I would listen to the sermons. I used to sit there and stick my hand up in the middle of the sermon and say something like, "I don't believe you, Father McKenton." At which point he would say something like, "Why don't you believe me, Robert?" he would say, which is quite a normal response, isn't it? Especially for a vicar. I would say to him, "I have no idea why I do not believe you. I was playing a joke."
Well, this is the graveyard that my mother was buried in. It's just a grave just by where the yellow dahlias are. Just down there. It's not got a headstone, but it's, you know, when, on your post office savings, what can you do? It's difficult, but it's a nice churchyard, and she would have liked it that way. And as she said, she always said, Robert, she said, when I die, she said, always put me somewhere nice. You must, she said, you must. But what I did was I did my best. And I can't get out here very often because, you know, hitchhiking is a very dodgy business these days. But I manage whenever I can, when I've got a spare moment, which is quite often really.
In the last scene, what was wrong was Robert said he'd come over here when he'd got a free moment. And hitchhiking was a very clever, dodgy thing these days. But then, in the next sentence, he said that he'd come over here when he'd got a free moment, and that was very often.
Alright, Peter, come on lad, that's enough. You've gone your bit. Honestly, that's Peter, he's a real wit when he gets going, he really is, he's very funny.
Oh, there he is. Just coming up under this tree here.
Oh, I see him.
He's gonna do something.
He's got something, has he?
It looks like it.
Oh. Still, we've got to eat, haven't we? We've all got to eat. You know, it's them that what has. My mother used to say, she said, there's them what has, and there's them what hasn't.
Yeah.
Like them, you see. It's like nature's, you see. Survival of the fittest, she said. Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest?
I think that was my mother.
Oh.
No, it wasn't. It was David Bellamy.
Oh.
I'm sorry about that. I was getting mixed up, you know.
I was going to say, he always says that.
He does, doesn't it? Looking nice though, my mother's grave, isn't it? Looking very nice. Very nice, Peter.
It may not look nice, but it is.
It's
with the little yellow flowers.
Peter, that was very, very succinct. That was very astute, that. I like that, Peter. You should have come for a drink with me earlier. It was, it was lovely. Sun beating down on me. Well, it was a bit chilly, I must admit, but
I've been thinking for a while about getting away from it, you know, from the raisin factory. Do a bit of work there, I pick out the bits and pieces that they don't want, you know. But London will be nice. London will be very nice indeed, London. I can afford that. I've heard a lot about. I've never been. My mother never took me. We used to go to places like New Brighton and St Anne's on Sea. Lovely place. Lovely. I haven't introduced you to my deck chair yet, have I? I haven't got a name for it, but I've had it for quite a while. Well, one of the funniest stories I can relate to you about this deck chair is I was on the beach once, a long time ago now, and I take the deck chair with me everywhere. My mother always said, take a deck chair with you everywhere. She used to say, everywhere. And it has come in handy in the past. British rail is terrible for seating on, you know, and if you have to stand up, it's such a pain. So I always find myself a quiet corner in one of the carriages and set up the deck chair and I'm away. Jimmy Savile never says that, does he? But anyway, the funniest story, where are we? Funniest story that's ever happened to me with this deck chair. We're on the beach, and anyway, the man came round to collect the deck chairs. I was in the sea paddling. I can't swim yet. And he collected the deck chair up as well, you see, our deck chair as well. Anyway, he took it back to the great vast stockpiles they have on these beaches. And we couldn't find it. We spent the week looking for the deck chair, didn't we? It was a real washout that week. It was lovely weather. You imagine spending a week in the blazing sun looking for a deck chair. Still, we found it, and well, it's been in the family. It's an heirloom, really. It's had it for a long time, really. Another funny story was we were getting on the train, and the guy came up to me. He said, "Are you taking us on that train?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "I'm afraid I shall have to search that deck chair for high explosives." Well, it was very strange for a man of his position to say that about a deck chair. I mean, where can you hide high explosives in a deck chair? He searched it and he found nothing, and he wouldn't let me sit on it though. So I should tell you a few things now about this deck chair, a few technical things that you probably won't know about. Like this is the cross piece here, goes down to the floor there to a secondary cross piece, which is attached in turn to a third cross piece. This is a vertical cross piece, and this is the horizontal cross piece. These are then in turn attached to some secondary pinions at the back. These in turn are slotted into various slots on the fourth set of cross pieces, the diagonals at the side here. These the whole frame itself is a very basic and very important, potentially a brilliant design. It really is. I've studied deck chairs a very lot, and actually this is industrial strength cotton. You don't get this nowadays, it's usually nylon. Industrial strength cotton, this is. I mean, you can put an elephant on that. It's probably break it, but you can put one on and ask it.
I've come from nowhere, and I'm going nowhere really. I suppose my life's just one long series of unimportant incidents.